Yeah, some coastal flooding and now the heavy rain threat up along parts of the East Coast as the remnants of Debbie continue moving northward. We'd like to see some rainfall here just to cool things off. We don't need anything tropical. Heat indices right now for many of us in the triple digits, or if nothing else, feeling like the 90s with actual temperatures lower and mid 90s. Wasn't quite as hot as it was yesterday. Yesterday was 98. We were only at 95. I say only. It was still a hot day, but the humidity wasn't as bad. Dew points yesterday were more upper 70s, and while we do have a few locations in the upper 70s, for the most part dew points are in the upper 60s, lower 70s, so not as bad of a feel, although we still have a bit of a heat index. However, again, all things considered, it is early August. It's always going to be hot. 93 is our current reading. Not much of a wind out of the northwest at 7 miles an hour. As I said, today's high 95, so still running above our normal, but our record for the date of 98 is safe. But under mostly sunny skies, what you'll notice with the cloud cover that we do see, it's also moving in from north to south. We do have a light northerly wind in place, but you also don't see any of those bright cloud tops. In other words, the clouds that are growing taller into the atmosphere. That's called vertical development. You need that to get any kind of rainfall, and we just don't have that pattern with this upper ridge sitting over us. Now, we can sometimes squeeze out an isolated shower or two, especially along the Gulf Coast, but this upper high is kind of in a position preventing that from really happening, and I don't foresee the high really breaking down anytime soon. It will kind of ebb, flow a little bit. We'll see it kind of shifting back and forth, and there may be times a little weak disturbance is able to move through. Some of the indications are models showing maybe a little such disturbance rolling in this weekend, more so on Sunday, so we'll say a 10 to 20% chance for Sunday, and that may be our best bet for rainfall, at least over the next several days. As we head later into next week, we're going to start to see some upper troughing that does look to kind of weaken the high over us, kind of build it a little bit stronger out west. And with this upper troughing, it should bring in some better rain chances. Plus, in the long term, so this is going into next Friday, this upper troughing moving toward the East Coast would be great news with our potential tropical disturbance. We'll talk more about the tropics in just a moment. Really no breakdown to the high, so high temperatures staying mid upper 90s. And really that's going to be the foreseeable future until that upper troughing moves in and hopefully kind of a return to at least near normal temperatures and also better rain chances. Out in the tropics, as Debbie is kind of winding down, no longer being tracked by the Hurricane Center, it's now more of a rainmaker inland. We're going to be watching for this area, especially as it nears the islands going to the latter part of the weekend and next week. This tropical wave trying to get better organized, still struggling with any kind of circulation. You do see thunderstorms, so it is tapping into some tropical moisture, but at the moment, really no organization with this feature. You don't even really see a broad circulation yet. So what we're waiting for is something to try and organize. Then the computer models will have a far better idea of what its future will be. What we're looking at right now is a fairly decent likelihood based on the models that something will form kind of in this range late, maybe Sunday or more so into next week. As I mentioned, we're going to have this upper troughing along the East Coast as well as kind of a break in the Bermuda high. That'll be shifting a little bit more to the east. So what the models are saying right now, and this is kind of what we call the ensemble, it's not just the one run of the Euro or the one run of the GFS, it's several runs of the GFS and the Euro. And what all of the ensemble models are saying right now, and again, consider that there is nothing yet developed, that it's going to find this break with the trough and in the Bermuda Ridge right around Hispaniola and begin a turn toward the north. This is generally what the Euro ensemble is saying and basically what the GFS ensemble is saying, all keeping them off of Florida, off the East Coast and not getting into the Gulf of Mexico. So that's where things stand right now with the models on an unorganized wave. As we get a bit better organization from that, probably not until next week, we'll have a more locked in forecast. But next couple of days, let's watch that model trend. And the next couple of days, we'll be dealing with the afternoon heat with high temperatures certainly staying above normal, at times flirting with records. It does look like that upper troughing, maybe a few more spotty showers by next Friday.